Hi, and welcome to 2-Minute Topics. Today's topic is on operational flexibility during peak seasons and the principles behind it. Now, when I'm talking about operational flexibility, I'm referring to how well your supply chain network can adapt to changes during higher volume periods without reactivity, errors, or compromising service levels. Oh, and before we get started, flexibility is not about reacting. It's about intentionally building in the right structure so your network can be responsive when it needs to be. So let's get this going. Your 2-minute-ish case explanation starts now. As we all know, the main peak season for most folks is right around the corner. But have you ever considered how your network is structured to handle any peaks or seasonality? Operational flexibility isn't about scrambling to react in the middle of the chaos. It's the result of intentional upstream process decisions that trickle into the downstream execution. So think about your network. What decisions have you made within your supply chain that take a proactive approach to planning for fluctuating or peak seasons? Well, to support that kind of responsiveness, here are 3 best practices that should be structured into your supply chain operating model. Number 1, demand-driven inventory placement. So this starts with your supply chain planning process. And flexibility depends on how well you're able to position your inventory prior to demand spikes. This means going beyond historical averages and static data to include real-time demand signals, market trends, SKU velocity, and promotional calendars to determine what to stage and where. In general, fast movers should be positioned closer to the customer, where slower moving inventory can usually stay centralized. But decisions around where to place your inventory should be intentional. And if your upstream planning doesn't align with your downstream execution, your inventory will sit in the wrong places. Number 2, fulfillment network design. I talk about this a lot, but flexibility in fulfillment starts with how your network is designed. And I'm not just referring to geographic design, but functional design as well. What types of warehousing or distribution nodes are you using? Are they large DCs, fulfillment centers, 3PLs, store-based fulfillment, or even just standard warehouses? Regardless of what you're using, each node needs to work as a part of a single responsive system. And that requires shared visibility, dynamic routing logic, and process alignment across all of your sites. And this should feed into where you're placing your demand from a capacity and service level standpoint. And number 3, adaptive transportation routing. While consumer expectations may be rising, you still have flexibility in your outbound last mile. A modular carrier strategy leveraging adaptive routing gives you multiple service options so you can switch based off of cutoff times, capacity, or disruptions. But your transportation logic can't be an afterthought or manual. It needs to be rules-based and fully integrated into your fulfillment and order management systems to allow for adaptation without slowing execution or increasing service errors. So as peak season approaches, ask yourself this: is your supply chain structured to respond, or are you bracing to react? Flexibility isn't about reactivity. It's about structuring your processes and your network so that you can act under pressure at scale and without surprises.